Is LinkedIn ruining let me refresh it. Let me say this a different way. Are people that are leaning into LinkedIn sharing their tips or ruining it for the rest? Because how many tips are actually left?
Yeah, I don't think the people sharing tips are ruining it necessarily. So in other words, I don't feel like someone like myself that's a sales trainer has a responsibility to
Of
not
course.
teach tips. I think that salespeople, the luxury that we don't have in sales is that we have to get results, even in enterprise and strat sales. Like you need quick outcomes.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have the opportunity to like afford to just wait and try stuff. So you want to do what's going to generate a quick result. The stuff that doesn't go out of style is, hey, when I'm reaching out to Jared, do I understand what people like him, what their priorities tend to be, what they
Mm-hmm.
care about? So for me, it's VP of sales. I know the VPs of sales right now, they're not only trying to do more with less, but more specifically, they're trying to get account executives to self-source more pipeline because they know they need 4 to 5x pipeline coverage versus 3 right now. Win rates are down, sales are taking longer to close. They just need more good opportunities in the pipeline, and they're not hiring SDRs to help these AEs. So getting them to self-source more pipeline and getting more out of the AE, I know is a really big focus for just about any VP of sales that I'm
Mm-hmm.
speaking with. So I need to be able to lead with that kind of messaging. I really needed to know my personas inside and out. So what are their priorities? What are the problems? So what are they trying right now and what is and isn't working? So priorities, current solutions, how they're getting the job done, the problems, and what is it that they really want? I need to know all of those things, and I need to know those things in their language. That's what helps the message cut through the clutter. That'll get my email to cut through the clutter. I might have to send more emails than I'm normally used to. I might get fewer at-bats on the phone, but Outbound is turning into a game of only elite. Like if you have elite skills at Outbound, those are the only account executives, especially that can actually make it worth their while. Because
Yeah.
I might get, just do the math, dude. If I can make 25 calls in an hour, let's say, and that's aggressive, and let's say I have a 5% pickup rate, that means I'm having one conversation or less. And let's say I can do 5 of those blocks over the course of a week because I'm managing a sales pipeline. I got to queue up emails. I got to do all the other stuff. That's maybe 4 or 5 conversations a week. You better get 2 meetings out of that, 2 or 3 meetings out of that. Because if you're converting at the average, which is 1.5%, 1.48% exactly, according to Gong,
Yeah.
versus a Lego, had a study around top performers. I see this in my line of work too, where a top performer will secure 30 to 40% of the live cold calls they get, they secure a qualified meeting from. So it's becoming a game of you got to be a ninja at Outbound in order to make this activity worth your while if you're an account executive, because you don't got all day to just sit there and pound the phones.